Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakodah. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to just say this. Yahushai, remember me in your kingdom. Now, I said that, and I'm pretty sure other brothers would use it. Maybe, maybe not. That's how you get saved. That's all you got to do. Say Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're talking to Yahushai. Remember me in your kingdom. Now, where's that in the scriptures? When he was on the cross with the two, and they were both Israelites, and they both the people, the guy on either side, the men on either side were Israelites that the Romans crucified because they were crucifying niggas back there. Jesus was Yahushai. Jesus. He was just another nigger to the Romans. I was just another nigger to the Romans. And the other two on either side were just two niggas. So, the one guy was talking shit. I'm not going to go to the precept. Somebody can put it up in the description on the chat. And the other basically said, to him, man, shut the hell up. This man didn't do nothing wrong. We the ones we're criminals. We supposed to be here. He ain't supposed to be here. And that happened when we got locked up. It was the 8 of us that got locked up. There was Jakes up in there that was back and forth in the system going up. We heard a lot of stories from different Jakes going upstate and so forth. And more than one said, y'all don't belong in here. The one guy, this guy was like a killer. He said if I had the power, I would take y'all and let y'all go free. He said not these other niggas. I said y'all don't belong here in the spirit, But anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, if you have a woman on the side, that is not adultery. If you have a woman on the side, that is not adultery. And by the way, I'm not going to go burn in hell forever. I'm going to be delivered. And even if I'm not, I'm still going in the kingdom of heaven. Because I said what I said. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, remember me in thy kingdom. And what did the Lord say? Today you will be in the kingdom with me, and not too many words. Like I said, I'm not going to go to it. And I may cover it another time. But that's the Lord's prayer. That's the Savior's, the deliverance prayer. Because that's what he said. And he said, today you will be with me in paradise. So I'm good. Anyway, let me give this video a title. I'm trying not to make it long. As you can see here, this is Captain Tazariak's TV, Captain Tazariak TV, General Yohana, which is the gentleman right here, who I know very well. We go way back. When we were kids, we go way back. I remember him when he didn't have a beard. Shit, I didn't have much of a beard either. And we were kids. All right? And so the title is General Yohana interviews former IUIC member on a slave-type, handmade, side chick polygamy. Now look up the word polygamy. Polygamy means it means multiple women. That's what it means when you break it down. As opposed to polyandry, which means multiple men. Woman that has many men. That term is polyandry. Polygamy is when a man has more than one woman. And that's a practice of Israel. And it's accepted by the Most High through his laws. You're not breaking the laws. So I just want you to hear this, and I want you to watch this whole video. Good video. General Yohana asked some good questions. Well, he had a lot of experience when he had the TV show. What was it? What was that show? Black Watch. he was a real interviewer back then. So I guess that old spirit jumped back on him. And we had a TV show, boy, and he had a TV show. And we would fight to be a guest on that show, you know. But anyway, so this topic is, you know, the topic is based upon adultery. Now we do know in GMS and ISUPK, because he's gonna say what he got to say. You got to watch the whole video. I'm up until this point, so I said, look, I'll say I'll make a video later and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna send this video out to certain individuals, such as Apostle Ramlab, Apostle Gabar, and Apostle Bishop Sakaran, because when I go to what you call it, messages, they're lined up, so I click all of them. So I said I was gonna send them this, and I said I'll probably do a video later, or I'll probably do it tomorrow morning or whatever. But when I came up to about this here, 28 minutes 32 seconds in, I had to say, let me do a video. I told myself, let me go ahead and do a video right now. So let me let you hear it. Give me a second here. Oh, and by the way, everybody's talking about those UFOs. When I say UFOs, unidentified flying objects, everybody's talking about it. Redacted. Matter of fact, what's the guy? Morris. What's his name? Clayton. Yesterday he was going into that subject, and he even mentioned there was one video that I did a video, and I had a clip of the wheel within the wheel, and that came up, and as soon as it came up, he said, "Oh, that's Ezekiel 1." Now, even Alex Jones, I was watching Alex Jones because I get Alex Jones on TV, on Roku. Everybody should have a Roku stick. And if you don't know how to use it, I know there's brothers in the camp that had it for a number of years. And I asked them certain questions. I never know you can do this. You can do there's all kind of things you can do with the Roku stick. You can either get the TV or you can get the stick, the basic stick, and that's all you need. The basic stick is $30, 30 with tax, $32. And that's the way to go. So I can get all, man, it's humanly impossible to get all the channels on the Roku. It's humanly impossible. And when you figure you got there's 1 million channels, I got all of them. Guess what? There's going to be another 10,000. And anything that's on the app, you can put it on your the Roku. Like I subscribe to what do you call it? Sirius XM radio. So I said, well, let me see if I can get the app. I said, no, I can't get it. Boom, it came up. So I can listen to XM radio through the app. What was the other one? Pandora. So let me see if I can. Pandora popped up. You can even watch videos that I put up. Like if you go to Roku and you go to what is this? Rumble. You can go to Rumble. You can go to Odyssey. And if you put up any of my videos that's on Rumble or Odyssey, they'll pop up. I don't know if the ISUPK and the IUIs, I don't know how many other brothers got it, but we got a lot of backup channels besides the YouTube. And YouTube is also an app, so You can get on Roku. Anyway, let me just start it right here. So listen up, listen up, listen up. And I knew that was the case, but I wasn't sure. But the sister, she's formerly of IUIC, and she was disenchanted. And she sounds like she sounds like she's speaking from the heart. You know? In other words, she sounds credible. If you ever was on a jury, which I was on a jury pool a couple of times, and I would always say some shit that they would kick me off. You know, because I was, like my cousin said, he said, as soon as you open up your mouth, they're going to kick you right off the jury. Because you're gonna say shit to the judge. You know, you might say, look, that guy's guilty already in my mind. They said, well, we don't need you. Or whatever the case may be. And I did that a couple of times. They don't even get in contact with me no more. And then I'm asking for my $40. When am I going to get my $40? When there be no goddamn jury. But if you happen to be on a jury and you listen to somebody speaks, I'm getting to the subject. Hold your horses. If a guy's, charged with a crime and he says, I'm going to get up and I'm going to speak, he might speak and the jury might say, you know what, this guy sounds credible, man. I don't know. I think he might be, innocent. Because most of them decide not to speak. That means you don't want that cross-examination. But anyway, let me go ahead and play it. Please forgive me for ranting.
So, all right. So it is a contract marriage. They do.
Oh, hold up. Let me bring it back. Bring it back to 2733. Because you do sign a. She's going to say that you do. I don't know if this is all true, but the sister sounds credible. She sounds like she's speaking from the heart.
And a lot of other sisters will see it, and you don't have to end up like Joy Moore. Hey, big fella. Let him go if you don't mind. Let him do his thing.
Hey, let me say this. Let me bring this back. He just said something, or she said something. Hold up.
Things that the ISUBK always taught, and Nate knew those from many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual experience that you had came from what Nate and others put into the midst of you all later on.
Oh yeah, what she's saying is that they push that you can only have one wife, but they be having side chicks. So if a brother has a wife and a new sister come in, he's eyeing that wife. He'll take that wife. He'll take another woman on, but it's hush hush. In other words, it's not. You don't have to go for the council or nothing like that. You have a woman on the side, according to what she said. And the woman that you currently with is normally with it. So, and then like you notice a couple of times Nate said this, that talking about us GMS, although he don't mention us, he said that we get women and we swap women. Brother, when I get with a woman, ain't nobody around but me and that woman. When I get with her, I don't get women, go out with the boys. The boys are back in town type of thing. And we all meet. No. When I get with a woman, when I got with a woman, I got with her on my own, brother. Them brothers don't know the woman that I deal with. So what the hell are you talking about? So that's a lie. That's a guy that claims to keep the law. You bearing false witness. You don't know what the hell I do.
You're right.
It had nothing to do with the truth. You know what I mean? None of those are in the scriptures. None of those are anything that the Lord said to do. And we don't have concubines in this time. You know what I mean? Our brothers and sisters become husbands and wives. Scriptures tell you.
Okay.
So,
Or you could have a concubine if she's another nation and they're against that, which I'm not knocking them for being against it. I don't suggest that you get a woman of another nation because that can bring problems. But if you happen to get with a woman that might look like a Edomite, but she could be a Jake, don't tell me about it if shit works out for you. That's you. You your own man. Hey, Samson, when he wanted to go to that brothel, he didn't go to no. What council did Samson go to? Like, I got to go to council and see if it's all right if I can go to the brothel. No, he said I want some, and he went to a brothel. He did what he had to do, and he tore the gates from the city, and carried the gates from the city, meaning among the Philistines. Now the Most High never got mad at him.
so that's okay though. That's okay though because now at least you're out of that madness, and a lot of other sisters will see it, and you don't have to end up like Joy Moore. Hey, big fella. Well, let him go if you don't mind. Like, let him do his thing. Man. Sorry. John.
Oh yeah, this is big in the news. This is all over YouTube. Papoose finally moved on, which he should have did a long time ago, but the scriptures say, who knows a man and his maid? He had certain feelings for this woman, and now he done moved on. He got some other chick. Now he's dealing with the GWOT, what's her name? Shields, Clarissa Shields, the loud talking ass. He's dealing with her. So, what's her name? Remy. She named after a bottle of liquor. Man, you don't marry no woman named after a bottle of liquor. I met a woman, and my name is Cavassier. I said, that's all right. Anyway, Clarissa said, let's meet in the ring. Let's put on the gloves. Now you know how that's going to end up. So he didn't say, I moved on. Look, now she mad. And she ain't got no business to be mad. First off, he can have many women. If you have many men, that makes you a hoe.
Bad dude. So questions? I got one other question, sis.
Okay.
I mean, not one other, but a couple of questions coming. Go ahead.
That's fine.
Water, sir.
Water.
If I could, I got two questions on the top of my mind for this picture. One, so like this, in the IUIC, when they do their whole marriage thing, this is kind of a two-part. Is it contractual marriage, like they get married on a contract, like the United States government?
As High Priest Ariel would say, listen good.
Do they also believe in divorce in the organization?
Ooh, very good question. Okay. You guys don't like this. Okay. So, all right. So it is a contract marriage. They do one for, of course, is uniting Christ, and then of course they get paperwork from the white man.
You heard that. Y'all heard that, right? Give me a one in the chat if you heard that. Let me bring it back.
Marriage. They do one for, of course, is uniting Christ, and then of course they get paperwork from the white man. They support the contract. It's based on the biblical scriptures, Tobit. But I'm trying to just remember more of your question.
With the contractual marriage, do they believe in divorce?
Okay. So they tell you there is no more divorce. No more. Even they'll tell you, even if you're betrothed to somebody else, because we have a process of before marriage. It's proving betrothal, and then of course the actual marriage, the feast, and then you guys are just married. You can't even step out of betrothal. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. So if you are betrothed to a man, you can't say, I want to break off this engagement.
It has
I don't want to marry
adultery.
you.
Maybe.
Huh? Say again?
It would have to be because of adultery or fornication. But no, you stuck with that person.
Listen at this good.
Okay, adultery or fornication by you or by him?
Both parties.
How?
What? Even Johanna had to get mad. Even the general had to get mad. Let's bring that back. he couldn't contain himself. Let's hear that again. Matter of fact, let me see something. All right. Don't maybe says again, it would have to be because of adultery.
Adultery or fornication. But no, you
Which is adultery. Adultery is fornication is adultery, and adultery is fornication.
stuck with that person.
Okay, adultery or fornication by you or by him?
Both parties.
How does a man commit adultery in the IUIC?
And that's what I said. How does a man commit adultery? Well, they commit adultery. The answer is they commit adultery by dealing with another woman that's married, currently married to a man.
I'm going to tell you they have a respect. I think they do have a respect of person, because I have a sister that shared her experience with me, whereas her husband was directed to divorce her simply because they weren't happy with her. I don't.
Wait a minute.
But wait a minute. There's no divorce.
They were not happy with her.
Yes.
What were they unhappy about, if you don't mind?
Well, he complains about a text message sent to another friend. It was just simply a good morning, and you know how you can press the hand to wave at somebody? That's what
Right.
it was.
Right. So she waved the hand at another man.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it.
They didn't like it. They advised for him to divorce her.
Did he divorce?
He pulled up paperwork. They're not divorced, but it's a little confusing because they tell you, okay, you can't divorce, but then they're telling ranking officers, and especially in this matter, to divorce their wife. It's kind of where it's hypocritical.
Speaking out of both, if that's the case, then that's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. Except because she said hi to another brother, which she shouldn't have did. That's kind of out of order. That's disrespecting your man. But the only way, according to the Messiah, Yahushua, you can break off from your woman is because of fornication. Let me go ahead and get that. I believe that's Matthew 19, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I'm correct. Then again, it could be Matthew 5. Let me see. Let me try Matthew 19. I know it's in the book of Matthew. Okay, concerning divorce. Okay, I want to go right to the point. Okay, I'm going to go right to the point. Man, neither father and mother cleave unto his wife, shall be both be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more a twine or two, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let not man put asunder. There's even a song about it. They say unto him, why didst Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, because you were wicked as hell, you're going to do it anyway, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. That word fornication means adultery. Not waving, saying hi to some other brother. That's not a good look, but you can't divorce that woman. You would have to have counsel. You'd have to inquire as to what's going on. And shall marry another. Let me read that again. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. So she's committing adultery because she'll move on and commit adultery. And whosoever marrieth her, which is put away, committeth adultery. So it covers, let me read it again. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me go to the NLT. Let me go to the BBE, the Bible in Basic English. And I say to you, whoever puts away his wife for any other cause than the loss of a virtue, which is adultery, and takes another, is a false husband. If you take a woman that's married to another man, and he who takes her as his wife when she is put away is no true husband to her. Yeah, because the current husband is still living. Let me go to the NLT. Because in Esau's system, adultery is, if a man gets with another woman, even if the woman's not married, I said, no. The man can have more than one wife. See, Esau ain't about that because he's bitch made. He ain't a real man. Let me come down here, and I tell you this: whoever divorces his wife and marries someone else committeth adultery. That's only if you marry a woman that's married to another man, unless his wife has been unfaithful. Come back to the King James. Ninth verse again. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth another wife, woman that's married, adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery. Now this is what I'm going to do. Let me see what the Bible Hub or the commentary has to say about this. Bear with me for a minute. Let me go to the Cambridge. That's usually the shortest. Okay. And shall marry another, omitted in the Sinaitic. I guess that's the Sinai Bible. The reading causes her to commit adultery. Instead of committing adultery, has he, MS authority, the Sinaitic MS also omits and whoso adultery. I ain't like that, man. Let me go to another one. But They don't even want to deal with it, man. Okay, commits adultery because, in fact, his marriage with the woman whom he has arbitrarily dismissed has not yet been disannulled. They don't understand it. The second is justified because it's still the lawful wife of him who has, in an arbitrary manner, put her away. But the bottom line is this. Adultery only occurs if a man marries a woman that's currently married to a man. And if he puts the wife away, he causes her to commit adultery because she moves on and gets with another man while he's still living. So that's the only way a man can commit adultery. So if a man has another side wife, a side woman that's not currently married, he's not committing adultery. But according to this sister, she's saying that's what they do. They said it works both ways. Give me a second. Let me find this video again. Let me bring it back.
Text message sent to another friend. It was simply a good morning. And you know how you can press the hand to wave at somebody? That's what
Right.
it was.
So she waved the hand at another man.
Well, she was out of order. So the husband would get on and say, don't do that, no goddamn more, whatever that case may be. And if she did it again, you know, you might want to put her away. So she was out of order. She was disrespectful to her husband.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that.
They didn't like it. They advised for him to.
Well,
divorce.
if anybody doesn't like it, it should be him, and it should be between him and his wife. How in the fuck did it go to the council? What the hell is this nigga doing? The only justification of divorcing your wife is through adultery.
It's her.
Did he divorce?
He pulled up paperwork. They're not divorced, but it's a little confusing because they tell you, okay, you can't divorce, but then they're telling ranking officers, and especially in this matter, to divorce their wife. It's kind of where it's hypocritical.
It's wickedness. It's hypocritical and it's wickedness. I don't like what your wife did. First of all, that's his wife. If she makes a foolish vow, can the council say, okay, we're going to disannul the vow? No, only her husband can do that.
So they'll direct somebody to divorce their wife based on a text message.
Basically, very petty.
Is that kept hush hush too?
Of course.
Gotcha. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough.
I mean, I understand that, you know, it's because you're not supposed to have any other communication with the man. I get that. But other than that, she's an excellent wife. I can't, so I don't imagine how he wants to hand paperwork to a pregnant woman, 7 months pregnant.
Okay, well, that's a fucked up. If that's the case, that's a fucked up situation. She's pregnant, 7 months pregnant. They're married. They got paperwork on them. They got paperwork with Esau. She texts some other dude saying hi. And then the council is going to say, no, you got to divorce that woman. You done destroyed a fucking marriage, man. That shit is wicked as hell. And if you ever wonder why GMS don't have no women, we don't have no women because of the bullshit. We had women at the main school. Nothing but fucking headaches, man. It was nothing but fucking headaches. Every week was some fucking woman. With the woman up in there. And the women, if they had got with a young brother, the women always wanted to get with their heads to be a wife of one of the heads. So we said, look, the women out of here, man. Now we do have women that follow us, on the YouTube. And when the time comes, we'll all come together. But I ain't having no fucking women. We're going to have the women's class now. We're just going to teach the women. No, it doesn't work that way in GMS.
Let me say this. That's not true that you're not supposed to have any communication with any other man. Men direct all kinds of operations with brothers' wives, and you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to sit, at the bar with another man's wife or make a sexual comment to another man's wife.
But it could be, if she's saying hi, she could be innocent, then it could be something else. So if anything, first of all, it shouldn't have gone to the council. The man should have dealt with it and said, look, don't text this guy no more. And you might even go to the dude. Look, if my wife had text you again, don't accept the texts, brother. Because you know how adultery works. Hey, the scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump.
To that man, if he decides that you can communicate with another man, in this case, it wasn't even the husband, I'm assuming, that didn't like it. It was done by somebody else who had rank and felt that it was inappropriate, correct?
Right.
So,
yeah, but then you can't tell a man, okay, divorce her. And she's pregnant? That shit is wickedness, bro. Straight wickedness.
That's actually not true. What they're doing. And according to the scriptures, you have to divorce your wife for a reason. You can't just, the Lord even said if a man have a wife, one that he love and one that he hate, that she's not to be diminished. The one he hates is not supposed to lose what she has because he has another wife that he loves.
Yeah, I'm talking about the inheritance of the son. The one that he hates, that she ain't what, they get older, he get a younger woman. He's all into the younger woman. And they have the first wife he has a son with. The second wife he has a son with. That's the first son is by the wife that he hates. So it goes into inheritance that you may hate that wife and you might love this new wife, but you can't say, well, it's my inheritance is going to go to my second son. No, it goes to the first son, even if you hate your wife. So that proves the law that you can have more than one wife.
Incorrect. Just more IUIC nonsense. I'm gonna let a couple brothers follow up. Go ahead.
My last question to the sister, Salaki, if I could.
Go ahead.
So, sis, with all the things that you know and are going to even continue to inform us on with IUIC, my question is, they dog the people. According to them, we are the worst niggas on earth. You know what I mean?
Well, no, y'all the second worst niggas on earth. GMS is the worst niggas on earth to them. They'll talk more shit about us than they do to ISUBK. But we're about on the same level. They hate, and they do have genuine hate for us.
How do they justify? They talk about us because we openly believe in multiple wives. We follow the scriptures and we believe.
Which there's not. You can have. That's your business. If there's a brother in GMS that got 3 wives and everything, he working, everything's working out. That's none of my goddamn business. Now you might have a sister that comes to the council, but he knows these women from the world or whatever. They're not a part of GMS, and they want to have a council. We may or may not give them a council because you're not a part of the circle.
and we promote this ideology.
And obviously they do too.
Yeah, right. How do they justify the lies to you all? How they dog us for having multiple wives and all the things they say about us? But as you have seen behind the scenes, they do worse than what they ever accused us of. How did they justify that to you all to make? How did they justify that to make you continue to follow them in this lascivious activity that goes on in their church?
Very good question. It takes some kind of bond with the man that does choose you. Because I had all types of questions. I was like, wait a minute. Because like you said, they do. They throw y'all under the bus for having multiple wives. And, they tarnish your name about it. But like, they turn around and do something different. For you to be okay with that, I have to say, you have to go, it's manipulation. It really is. It's no other word to describe it. It's pure manipulation. And I mean, that's what I experienced. I don't know about anyone else, but like, it's he's in your eyes and he's telling you, look, it's okay, this is our thing.
You got some good. Give it to the brother in the back. You got some good sexual predators up in there.
Shalom, sis.
Sure.
Sorry for the things you had to go through. I've been up in the IUIC. The IUIC has been putting them on blast for years. I'm sorry we had to go through that personally. But my question is, with all the evil that go on in that place, how is it, that, they keep it secret? How that it's just not getting out with you? How do they justify them keeping everything? How is this even not been out and been a public knowledge?
Because the women don't speak of it. If you do speak of it and someone knows, they're going to say you're crazy. You're crazy. You should have been on medication. People, of course, they want to say when people come into the truth, you stop taking medication. You're trying to get pure and right. You stop taking your meds. I ain't never been on medication in my life.
Now, they don't direct you to stop taking your meds, right?
No.
No, okay.
Amazon hates this, but there's nothing they can do to stop it. There's a new intelligent drone shaking up the photography industry, and it's so advanced.
Okay.
One more thing, gentlemen.
Come on, brother. Just get the questions, y'all, all right? The comments run a little long.
In your opinion, sis, are there sisters that are in danger in like dealing with this? Like,
are there sisters being abused in it?
Like, that are abused and feel trapped, in which they had a voice that are in there, to your knowledge?
I wouldn't say sisters that played my role. I feel more empathy and more sympathy for the wives, because he does want somebody else, and she's not okay with it. You can see the hurt in her face, and some they love their men. They'll do anything for them. But I mean, they'll tell you there's a lot of trials that come in marriage to a man in the truth. There's pain. So I think I see most of, from my perspective, it's the wives that has more of a burden on her shoulder.
Last question in the back. Two more questions before we go.
So, Slavi said, I have a real quick question. The passing of Joy Morgan, I wanted to know, did head of the IUIC or anybody make a statement concerning of Joy Morgan? Meaning, like, did they ever make a statement about the responses of people saying that IUIC murdered the sister? What were the statements that was made in response to that?
The statements they made for Joy Morgan is that they are very, very sorry about what happened to the young lady. They did get in detail about what happened. Um, so the from what I was taught, she was messing with a man that was on medication, and but I guess he was off, and she wasn't supposed to be seeing him. Um, Again, they tell us women to make sure that if we want to see somebody, if we want to date, go through leadership, because um, you don't know.
Okay, like I don't know what she knows, but this happened to Joy Morgan. That I guess what she's saying is that Joy Morgan was openly dealing with this guy or secretly dealing with this guy, and she was. It wasn't that he took her and raped her and all that. So she's saying that he was on medication, but he was off it. And the IUIC said that it's a terrible thing. And I'm not going to hold, you can't hold that on the IUIC, because you can have a bug out in a GMS to do something crazy. Some bugged out dude do something crazy, you know, or any other Israelite group. You can't vet everybody, you know. We don't know if this guy escaped to the crazy house from this crazy house. And this guy that shot the insurance guy, he looked like one of his tribes. He could have very well joined the camp, then shot the guy, and then vocab. This guy, what's his name? Manjoni or whatever. You know, you can just imagine vocab. Saying, and this guy was part of GMS, and what does GMS got to say about it? What do we got to say about it? Look, we didn't know that was a crazy fucker. We didn't know that he escaped. We didn't know that he was supposed to be on medication.
Oh, who's coming in here? We all come in, with sickness and elements, from being in the world and, being lost. And not following the commandments. We're cursed.
Let me help you out, because they are such liars.
Right.
Joy Morgan was raped and murdered by an African who just couldn't control himself when he got hold of her. It had nothing.
Yeah, he was from Africa. I don't know if he's Nigerian, but you do have Jakes, and you have Israelites scattered throughout the whole earth. Remember, there's plenty of scriptures on Israel being scattered amongst the nations. So he could have been a Jake, or maybe he could have been a Hamite. We will know in the future, because there are Israelites that live in Africa that speak. They got that accent. They eating bush meat or whatever the case may be.
Do with her messing around. She obeyed the rules of that organization. So what they're saying is totally a lie. I just wanted to add that to it. I got another question. You good? Go ahead. Con. All right. Anybody else before we go? I didn't even give y'all a shot. No? Nobody want to cross over that line. Go ahead, just grab that mic real quick.
Sir, I do have one question. What would be your comment towards sisters that is planning to join IUIC? What would be your response towards that?
You said
A little choppy, but bear with me. Bear with it.
Sorry, repeat that one more time. Can you say it in the mic a little bit more?
Yes, what would be your response towards sisters that's planning to join IUIC? What would be your response towards them?
I would tell her to make sure she doesn't give her information to everybody. I will also tell her to keep her legs closed by all means.
Why would you tell her not to give her information to everybody?
Well, it's just I was betrayed. I thought I was talking to a sister I could trust, and
that's the same thing that what's her name? Gina Blue said, which is Charisma. She goes under Charisma Speaks, former member of the IUIC out of Las Vegas. And I'll be surprised if she doesn't, is not watching this, or whether she can hook up with the sister or whatever the case may be. But she even sounds like her in her voice. Yeah, they beat her up, calling her the blue waffle. I remember that. Every time they would talk about her, call her a hoe, just demonize a woman. And, this is another woman saying the same thing. So, like I said, we'll see what they got to say. The IUIC got to say about this. But you can't tell a man that has a wife and it's on paperwork with Esau and your spouse and the woman's 7 months pregnant, and you're gonna tell the man, look, divorce the woman. What the fuck is wrong with him if he does it? He's a complete zombie. You ain't gonna tell. You tell him, oh, you telling me your woman this, that, and the third, and she did. And I said, well, I'll deal with it. Well, you should divorce her. Well, thank you for your advice. We're gonna work it out. Well, brother, if you don't do what we tell you to do, as Kanai Gabar would say, well, I'm your father. I'm your father. You gonna talk back to me? I said, man, you know what? I'm going at Jim Kelly mode. Suddenly, I'd like to leave your island, Mr. Han. It is not possible. Nigga, you come right out of a comic book. And I call Nate, he's the Black Han from Enter the Dragon. Remember, he left the Shaolin and started his own thing. Just having a little fun with it.
And so it's just I wouldn't get close. I wouldn't. You're not supposed to stay to yourself. You're supposed to, commune. But I just wouldn't get close to people. I would really. It will be a while before you get worse out of me. I'll tell you that much.
Knowing what you know now.
Yeah.
And this is a fact because they did say that. They said that. What's the brother, the Levite brother? He said, Labakar's brother, I forget his name, Malachi or whatever. He said, record everything. You never know, brothers. It may come back to bite you. So this is like the movie Battlefield Earth. If you never saw the movie Battlefield Earth, watch the movie Battlefield Earth. You should be able to get it free on YouTube. It's a good movie, and that's what they did. That's what the Cyclops, they called them. They would hang out and talk, get people drunk, and make them confess things, and say, I got that shit on tape, what you said about the commander, and if you don't do A, B, and C, that's what they do in the IUIC. They'll have, what? Because they're cops. A lot of them are cops. You can't trust a fucking cop. Can't trust a motherfucker with a wiretap.
Worst breakfast for your waistline.
Oatmeal's healthy, right?
There's nothing good in oatmeal. Most oats cross-react with gluten and almost all.
Good question. Go ahead, Doc. Is that it?
Yes, I would. Okay, I would. Say to myself a little bit. I would definitely keep my legs closed by all means. I would focus.
And you say, damn right. And when you say keep your legs closed, by all means, because of the fact, meaning you're not gonna have sex with a man and then the two of you are gonna be necessarily married together forever. So you would keep your legs closed so that you don't get passed around. Is it something like that? Am I missing it?
Definitely passed around, and then I don't want to attach myself to anyone else if it's not my husband, because some people are just not loyal.
And I would think that's kind of like it is in the world. You sleep with a man and leave him, sleep with another, or whatever the case may be. Because they seem to just let a woman go and marry another man quietly, as long as it doesn't get out. Different. No different than passing women around. No different than trying to prostitute them. Because that's basically what is going on. They're turning their wives into pimps, who's pimping the other women for the money. And if their husband decide to take a piece of the candy, they don't have a problem with it because that sister's bringing in money. Am I wrong?
Some sisters are like that. I really, like I said, there was a sister who was like desperate because she's about her bag. She's okay if he's good, and she felt like it's not like I was the sister that was trying to get around anyway. So you definitely have to like know your role. But some sisters are not okay with it, and some of the men know that their wives aren't okay with it. And like, they try to keep it hush hush. They'll move you to one school and have the wife at another. I'm not to say it's what I want to say. It's wise, evil wisdom.
Good point.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: what is the role of homosexuals in the IUIC?
You can't roll like that at all. You got to get right. You can't even sit with us with that spirit.
No, okay. But what about Big Frida?
He's talking about Abiel. They nicknamed him Big Frida. If you don't know Big Frida, look it up. I can say look her up. I could say look him up or look it up. Big Frida.
Big Frida. I'm sorry. She gotta stay at home. She gotta watch at home. Yeah, that's how they do homosexuality. You gotta get that spirit off. I mean, there's some people that, according, I'm just listening, playing by ear with class. There's some people who have transformed, but it's a hard spirit to get off. I heard that, you just. It takes a lot of prayer and a lot of fasting, and like if you get caught in that mess, they gonna kick you out.
Gotcha. So if you have lived that homosexual lifestyle, they'll give you time to get that spirit off of you.
I don't know if they give you time, because I never in my congregation. I'm gonna say I don't know any gay men.
But now let me ask you honestly. I'm sure by now you've seen the tape where Big Frida was twirling and dancing in the middle of the class, right? He was a homosexual vogue dance. You didn't see that tape? Okay, maybe you just haven't seen the latest.
Maybe not. I'm not aware. No.
You're familiar with who Big Frida is, right?
I know Big Frida. She's I think there's a song girls be dancing to. I don't get down like that no more. I got younger sisters who's like in the world, but I don't keep up with it because it's nasty. So.
It's a song that, okay, I don't understand the correlation between the song and him.
Are you referring to someone as Big Frida within is United in Christ?
Yeah, the Big Frida that's in United in the one that's in the organization you left.
Oh my goodness. It just settled. It just set in. Who are you talking about?
Now we get down to the brass tacks. Now, come on now, you don't hold back on me now, sis. You done brought me right to the gates.
All right,
To
okay.
the pearly gates. Just
All right,
walk
okay.
on in now.
Okay, so, all right. So, he takes that to a high offense. High offense. He said that he can be serious, but at the same time, he can enjoy himself. Yeah. I know. I think I know you're talking about really big, our biggest guy.
Yeah. You saw the tape of him twirling, didn't you?
No.
Can you pull up that tape? I'm gonna show you a tape right quick.
Okay.
You might not have seen it, but the world has seen this tape.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna show you. Go ahead.
In the meantime, while we're getting there, it's too wild to bring up that cat, an affair with a transgender. You remember that cat?
I remember he shot the transgender in the face. Are you familiar with that story, sis?
I am familiar with that story.
Now, he was part of the congregation, wasn't he?
Gee, I really don't remember. All
Okay.
I know is it's mentioned as a catastrophe.
He's definitely part of it. I don't know if he left before he did that or after or whatever the case may be. And that happened, some time ago.
Okay.
Of this
I'm just letting it roll because I haven't seen this, so just bear with me, y'all.
order and the lack of self-control. That was
We
mentioned
analyze everything, so I'm analyzing this right now.
about when we had a teaching about the fruits of the spirit. Believe it or not, that was brought up when we discussed about emotional intelligence and how emotional intelligence also is fruitful. You have to have self-control. I do, yeah, that was brought up for an example for that kind of matter.
Yeah. Real hypocritical of them to bring that up when that has been going on inside the organization. You got it for me? All right. Go ahead.
Another thing. So with that being said, if men are against homosexuality in IUIC, we're aware that they actually pose as women on psyops on social media, meaning they have fake pages where they parade themselves as a woman to do psyops on different groups.
That's crazy.
Yeah, why would a man do that?
I don't have the answer for that, sir. I'm sorry.
Have you heard of it though?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I did hear on Clubhouse. I don't think it was anybody in our group. That there was a woman portraying that she was a man. I don't know if anybody heard about that.
Yeah, that's one of them Yah Israelites. That was out. They put that out about a month and a half ago, 2 months maybe. And you can clearly see that that's a woman trying to be a man. That's a Yah Israelite.
Wow, that flipped my wig. I don't wear wigs, but I'm just saying. But no.
Was she a part of the IUIC?
No. Oh, that story. Whew. Yeah, I don't know what camp she was in, but hey, it wasn't ISUPK, so.
Huh? Okay, sis, we're gonna play the video for you, okay?
Okay.
Take a look at this.
I'm looking.
To when he put the keys down. I'm gonna show you when the demon enters in. He takes on a demon to do this. Okay, wait, go back.
Oh, somebody.
Before he puts the keys down.
Right, the
Very beginning. Now watch this. No, that's not the beginning.
It might not be on this tape. That's gotta be right there, right?
No, it's when he puts the keys down. That's right after the spin. Can you find the other one, please? Because you got to see the demon enter into this cat. Like everybody need to see.
Hey, this is not a good look. This is not right. I stopped it right. This is not a good look. This is not a good look at all.
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna find it, sir. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, we'll come back. Haas, go ahead. Salah. Good.
If I was with, you going out with the boys to a club, and one of your boys dance like that, I'm like, nah, we ain't. That nigga can't. He can't come with us no more. He can't come to the club no more with us. Matter of fact, if he come to the club, we not gonna go to that club no more.
I got you right now, sir. I'm bringing it up right now.
Whoever was rubbing his head, it wasn't him.
It says, have you seen that tape before?
No, I haven't.
Not of us, but of him.
No. I haven't seen that. That looks like him very young, and he when he describes his youth, he does say that he wasn't easy to build up to where he is now. He does claim that he was flawed, but he's renewed. So
he was what?
Whoever was rubbing his head, it wasn't him.
It says, have you seen that tape before?
No, I haven't.
Not of us, but of him.
No. I haven't seen that. That looks like him very young, and he when he describes his youth, he does say that he wasn't easy to build up to where he is now. He does claim that he was flawed, but he's renewed. So
what does the flawed mean? Did he get to him? Did he invite him to a white party? Like, I don't know, but that dance right there, boys, we would go out to a club and this nigga dance like that. I said, man, we ain't. I said, matter of fact, we leaving right now. We ain't gonna let him know that we leaving. We gonna, delete his number and all that. You don't be dancing like that as an Israelite.
He never explained his flaw.
No.
Let me show you. Let me show you the fullness of his flaw. Let him play that for a second. Hey, play that for a second. Good. You got it up?
I know this is going to sound crazy, but thanks to Elon Musk, this strange device.
Would you classify that as a demon?
He should definitely be standing and being masculine. You gotta be careful how you behave in the public eye.
So you would, and in the privacy of your own home, and so you would consider that feminine, not masculine.
Yeah, it's some feminine.
That's extremely feminine. There's some feminine shit.
In that, yeah.
I'm glad you said it, sis, so I don't have to be accused of falsely accusing a homosexual of being a homosexual. So your honesty was just absolutely refreshing.
I even think if he would have did it in front of the females, would have looked different. But when we are feasting and celebrating, they keep it separate, and that I see it looks bad.
Yeah, it let all.
And when King David, when the Ark of the Covenant came in to the city of David, the Ark of the Covenant came in. David was dancing to the Lord, but his trousers fell off. He wasn't dancing like that, I guarantee you. He was not dancing like that. He's doing it like looking like a snake.
Juice out. No women be. No women be in the room. All the sugar came up to the top. Yeah. This was really going on in there. Go ahead. Question? Go ahead, sis. Yes. Sis, the sister has a question for you.
I'm
Go ahead.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom.
Yeah.
I also seen a video, this was a while ago, of Nasty Nate. He was chopping his butt in the air, mimicking a dance that most women would do.
I haven't seen that.
You didn't see that either?
I think she means twerking.
Y'all missing a lot in IUIC.
We can't even clap around. We're very careful how we move our bodies because we don't want to seduce nobody.
Well, they did an excellent twerk job in the congregation, and we're gonna help them out with it. We're gonna show it to you. Take a look at it, and just so you know, I'm showing you these things so that you can know that that how you handle, what you've come out of was really a horrible, lust-filled, homosexual-led, diabolical, manipulative organization. Go ahead, check it out.
You ever see this? I can't do the wall because I ain't built like they are. You ever see this wall they got? But the butt is hot. That's the ostrich walk. You ever see this? I can't do the wall because I ain't built like they are. You ever see this wall they got? But the butt is hot. That's the ostrich walk.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look.
Here's how you know a homosexual. He said, I can't do the walk. But why did he say he can't do it? He didn't say, I'm not a woman.
Because he said he's not built like they are.
In other words, if he was built like them, he could do it. He didn't say, I'm not a woman, so I don't know how to do that.
Right.
But he think I could do this if I was built like them. That's homosexuality. And well hidden. Every homosexual is not flaming. You know what I mean? Many of them are very quiet about it and all of that. And that's what's going on here. And I feel sorry for them brothers because I guarantee you there's just like it's a host of young women being passed around in that organization, I guarantee you that they have a good, healthy congregation of young homosexual men that they are involved in as they move about. Oh, yeah. Give it a little time, it'll come out. Go ahead,
You know what I'm saying? I could understand. He probably also said he can't do the walk because he tried to do it before in the mirror.
Yeah, you're right. Why did he feel like he had to demonstrate?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he really wanted to do that to be one. That's what's really going on. And somebody asked that hand, brother in the back, had his hand.
Thanks a lot here, General. I just wanted to know what's the significance of the color purple.
Christ. They say they came up with the color. They agreed with the color purple because.
Anyway, you can watch the rest of this. With that, I'm gonna say shalom on to the next. I just did a lot of analyzing. I gave you I quoted a couple of scriptures, but I didn't see this whole thing. It's better that you see the whole thing than you come back and know what you're gonna say. Have scriptures lined up, but I was basically analyzing this. So, but what we did get at this thing around about the 28 mark about the brother and the sister getting married, sister sent a text to another brother saying hi, and according to the sister on this video, she said that they advised the brother to divorce his wife, and she was 7 months pregnant. That's not a good thing. When the Lord said in Matthew 19, the only way you can divorce her if she's caught in the act of adultery. No texting. Okay, you chew them out, but that's it. Chew the woman out for doing that and the man for accepting it. You know? Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next shalom.